We are live. Welcome everybody. That took forever. Welcome to the third and final Comic-Con wrap-up show for this new Blerd Order and Comedy Hub collaboration. Thank you again for joining us. It's been a fun weekend. This has been super fun. Real quick before we really jump into things and get started, we have to introduce the panel here. As usual, we have our new Blerd Order family, Yaz, the model, and Ty Bricks. Hello, thank you for being here, y'all. Vince would love to be here, but he's over in Colombia doing his vacation thing, and we salute you for that, Vince. And joining us for the third time this weekend, and I can't express how appreciative I am for their time, but they're joining us to have some fun with us. It is Jay and Annie from Comedy Hub. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being here. How's your weekend been? You guys been having fun?
Awesome. We've gotten to hang out with you guys all weekend. How can it not be? I mean, come on now. This is the funnest nerd crew out there.
Good. I'm so glad that you said that because I was absolutely fishing for that. So thank you for giving me my wish. I appreciate that. It'll get me through the rest of this day. No, thank you. But seriously, thank you for being here. It's been a lot of fun. Even though Comic-Con has been slow and it's been a little bit. I would go so far as to say disappointing this year. It's still been fun to hang out and to talk about the stuff that's coming out. Little as it may be, we don't have a lot that's going on because all the big names are off the con because they're probably gearing up to do their own thing and stuff. So we're not getting the huge news drops that we would usually get, the awesome trailers and stuff. But here we are. And we're going to have some fun talking about some stuff that I was not even expecting or had any idea was coming, but I am now very, very excited about. But before we get into the exciting stuff, I do want to get into what I kind of believe is going to be just the beginning of the end for one Zack Snyder. I think Zack Snyder's been walking a thin line here for a while, and then he dropped Army of the Dead, which. It was one of those that a lot of people had fun with, enjoyed. Some people said it was good. Some people said it was great. They loved Zack Snyder. They loved the way he made the movie and stuff. A lot of us were a little bit underwhelmed, a little bit disappointed. But even with the disappointment, even with some of the reactions to it, they were like, hey, Zack Snyder, here's another 200 million or whatever they're giving them. We want you to make a movie about the most boring part of the Army of the Dead movie. So please do that. Make us Army of Thieves. What are y'all, when you see that, what are y'all thinking? Like, yes, you watch Army of the Dead, even though you don't even watch zombie stuff like that. You watch Army of the Dead and I think we talked about it. You might have had some fun with it and stuff, but yeah, we spent
the only zombie movie I probably actually enjoyed. only because like I'm not an avid zombie like person, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I hate everything about zombies, like as I said, yesterday, like if we were in Harry Potter and we had to go up to that mirror, a fucking zombie would be coming out of that door, you know what I'm saying? Like legit, that would be my biggest fear. So but like that movie actually I liked just like the dumbest stuff about that movie, like the tiger, you know what I mean? Like how it like, and I was waiting for the whole movie for the tiger to like just do something just malicious, to somebody, and like finally at the ending, like the justification was served with the right person. So I don't know, I just like there was like some interesting parts about that movie. I didn't like that the zombies like got pregnant. That shit was scary as fuck. But other than that, you know what I mean? Like
they never said anything about why or how or anything like that. They were just like, this is the thing that's happening.
That is, or at least let me see it. I want to see it.
He cut it out of her. Remember, he cut it out.
No, I'm talking. He wants to see conception.
No, I want to see the zombie sex.
Yeah.
Because I feel like with something like what Zack Snyder was doing, the absurdity of everything that he did with that movie. Why not? Why not?
I mean, he did give us a little bit. They obviously had some kind of like connection, you know what I'm saying? Like serious connection, like whenever like she, was with him, they like when they touched heads and did that weird little screeching shit, you know what I mean? Like, so obviously, like, you know what I mean? They had some kind of bond, you know what I mean? Like it showed us like their tension, but I don't want to see two fucking half dead people fucking Ty. What is wrong with you? That's some necrophilia type shit, man.
I think again, because that movie was so absurd. I mean, again, we are talking about a zombie tiger.
Yeah.
That somehow feels like he has some type of allegiance to the rest of the zombies. So let me get this straight. You waited till you died to not want to kill people that are right here next to you. Like, I mean, that's absurd at least. So what is wrong with the zombie? You just talked about a screech that they made when they touched heads. Why not make a screech when they're having sex?
At that point, Ty, I would have been turned off.
Just saying.
If they would have been fucking zombies, I would have been like, Zack Snyder, I'm done. Like, not watching anything else. Like, he would have been banned from my house.
Yeah, I think Ty's got a good point, and also I think Roberto Mini he dropped some good knowledge on it. This is scientific research. Do it for science.
Mini,
you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna
too. Okay, first of all, him and Ty would fuck their variant self. So Mini don't know his opinion right now on this subject. No.
I'm gonna say, like, careful. Yeah, you might be in the minority on the whole variant thing. I feel like most of us are gonna take that. We're gonna take our shot.
Tyrone is in that group now too. You hear him, Annie and Jay? He's in that group now.
Now. Just now?
Isn't just masturbation?
Yeah, I mean, technically, I feel like it's a time travel loophole. You know what I mean? You got to take it where you can get it, and when you get a loophole like that, I mean, really, you're going to go to your grave. You don't want to be the person who's on their deathbed going, you know what? I wish I would have banged my variant. No. You know, like if I could do one more thing, if I could just do one last thing.
Since we're on this topic, Annie and Jay, if you had the opportunity, would you fuck your variant self?
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
See, thank you, Annie. She's right.
So speaking of science,
you're right there with me and Vince. We're like, no, that takes like narcissistic like relationship to a whole nother level, and I don't think I'm there. You know what I'm saying? I don't love myself that much to like fall in love with myself and then impregnate myself to have babies. I know. That's how we had this conversation, and you would be all down with the, you repopulating you. I get that.
Absolutely. I mean, for most people, when you meet somebody and you get to that point of sex, I know this conversation is going left, but we're like, I'll make it short. I'll make it short. So yeah, I mean, when you meet somebody new and you like them, and you get to that point of having sex, you're always curious of how the sex is going to be. With your variant, you already know how.
No, you don't, though. That's what I'm saying. No, you don't. You could learn some new tricks from your variant self. You know what I mean? You don't know.
But then my ego would be hurt if my variant self was better than me.
Would you really want to know who was the better variant at that point?
No.
I think we're digging into a whole new psychology here. We're going to need like a variant Freud to figure all this shit out.
Yeah, I feel like we were on Comedy Hub and somehow this turned to Pornhub. I don't know. But,
the past 3 days can definitely be represented by the picture behind Ty. There's that straight line we thought when Ty emailed us those subjects we're going to talk about, but then when we get here, it just starts more of this.
Yeah, there is absolutely no controlling us. We are absolutely the Sylvie of the structure road. We're just like, whatever your timeline, we're going to talk about fucking each other. And ourselves.
Infinite possibilities.
No, and that's what I love about us. That's what makes us us. No, but it's funny. I'm noticing that there's like definitely a split between like the split is the gender line here. Like the ladies right now in this panel are like, I don't know about that, but the men are like, yes, absolutely. And I'm guessing that has to do a lot with our male egos. So we're finding out some stuff about ourselves today, gentlemen. And I think we might want to take a step back, look at it, and then probably still enjoy ourselves. But like, but at least be aware, be self-aware.
I do not want to walk in on a council with any of you just in an oh my God.
Right.
Yeah, we can't run any kind of timeline. We're all going to be way too busy.
I posted the comment, or I posted this like our Instagram page, and one of our patrons was like, oh yeah, he's like, imagine having like a threesome with myself. And I was like, whoa, bro. I was like, you brought that poly relationship to a whole nother level. And like, he was like, oh yeah, yes. He was like getting it in. I was just like, took it too far. I'm gonna exit this conversation.
Well, speaking of all this and male egos, Zack Snyder is. We know Zack Snyder would absolutely bang Zack Snyder if he had the chance.
Absolutely,
yeah, and it shows. It's all over his movies. It shows. Throughout every.
He
frame
does Sharknado with a $200 million budget.
Yeah, basically that's what he does, and it looks like they're about to let him do it again. Like, I mean, here's the worst part. We're probably all gonna watch it. You know what I mean?
Like, absolutely, 100%.
Definitely 100% gonna watch it.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like the #1 movie on Netflix for like a week, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, great job again." Now, I guess make the maybe we
another
will
200 million.
Yeah, maybe we will get the zombie love story and like a zombie married with children or something that Zack Snyder will make for the 3rd movie. Who knows? I'm guessing there's a universe coming.
And I think the universe is here. Honestly, I mean, you get Army of the Dead, and then you get Army of the Thieves. I mean,
oh my goodness! I mean, it is at least with what I consider to be the best character in the movie. You know what I mean? I think he was like one of the bright spots for sure. So I mean, at least they chose that guy.
Yeah, he was extremely funny.
Yeah, but outside of that, I'm like, there's nothing. I mean, even the safe cracking part about it, like all of that build up about him being like the world's best safe cracker, and all he really did was just listen to it. You know what I mean? Like when I think about when Scott Lang in the Ant-Man movie, when he like went into the Pym's house and stole the suit, like all the stuff he went through to like break that safe open, like that was such a better safe cracking sequence than what we saw from this movie that was about, one of the big plot points was cracking this safe. You know what I mean? Like,
and how nobody could do it but him.
Yeah. No. Yeah. He had a grease pencil and some ears, and that's all he needed to crack the most uncrackable safe in the world that can also survive a nuclear blast. But this guy and his keen ear is just a little bit too much for that safe. Like, come on. Like,
it's funny, Tyrone, because I talked about this yesterday and how Netflix puts out feelers. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times you get, the feedback, and then you're like, okay, we can move in this direction. So I think everybody was pretty much all in agreement that this guy was the reason that, the movie wasn't completely trash.
Right.
So I think once they were like, okay, everybody likes him, let's go with it. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, it might turn out good, because I'm not going to lie. As soon as he came on the screen and we encountered him, we loved him for the rest of the movie. Like, no, don't kill him. No, I like him. So I mean, maybe that that energy will.
And I don't even know if it was the fact that, like, I don't know what the actor's name is, but the dude that ended up surviving the fucking blast in the vault.
Ghost from Power.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't even
know. Amari is his name.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his name is, but I don't even know if their relationship was why we even more fell in love with him. Like the fact that he kept fucking with him, and he's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you. Get the fuck away from me." The whole movie, you know what I mean? Like he was just like completely, and then he was just like, yo, you better get back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then at the end, like when the zombie came, he was like trying to save him, and you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was, I don't know. I like that part of like the whole part of that movie about them like being enemies. And then at the end, he was like trying to save him, and then he like ended up surviving the fucking zombie apocalypse, and the white dude ended up dying.
Yeah, because he saved Amari. Like, right. He closed him off into the vault. Otherwise, he would have died. He was about to die. So.
Yeah,
anyway, because I'm sure there's going to be a second one. Like you guys saw the ending to the movie, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, I'm sure we'll see. Yeah, we'll absolutely see this ridiculousness in Mexico. Because he's going to be down there and he's got bit and all that other stuff.
And I have a ton of questions about like the whole thing in the first place too. So in the first couple of minutes of the movie, right, when the truck explodes and the zombie dude comes out, right, and he bites everybody around him and like tears them up and shit, they immediately turn into those zombie things, like literally in minutes. Okay, this fucking dude walked out of the complete Las Vegas that was completely blown up. Okay, he walked. Okay, let's just get this fucking straight. For miles. Okay, for God knows how long. All right, got on a fucking private plane, gave these people some money, and then took off, had some champagne, and went to the bathroom, and then figured out he got fucking bit and was turning into a zombie.
I can answer that. All of the guys that you're referring to that turned fast were dead. He killed them, and then they turned. Amari just got bit. He didn't die. So it may have taken a little longer to travel throughout his bloodstream.
All right, you want to see when your whole thing right there was just completely disproven. So, okay. All right, so Batista also got bit alive. Okay, and his ass within still 30 to an hour got fucking changed, and his daughter had to shoot his ass. Did she not? Yeah. So still tell me, please, how this motherfucker walked his ass all this whole way, got on a fucking plane, and then didn't realize that he was turning into a zombie until he like looked and saw that makes no sense. That's right. All I'm saying about that.
I think Batista was dying when she shot him. I think he had got bit on the neck by the zombie.
He said dude got bit same spot, like in his shoulder.
No. He was bit and he was losing blood. He was dying. The blood was like gushing out of his neck, I believe. Am I wrong, Tyrone? Was he not?
No, he was. And I think, but we're still all being very kind to assume that Zack Snyder was thinking about these things because he wasn't.
I'm just
make it. Because think about it later. He'll come up in the next movie. Oh, he had the right DNA. It's the T cells, right? So he can live longer.
His body saved him.
Yeah, there you go.
He got the Pfizer. That's what it is. He got the Pfizer.
Yeah, the Pfizer vaccine.
Everybody else had Johnson & Johnson, and he was like, "Yeah, it's 95%."
Right.
Yeah, no, I don't think. Yeah, Zack Snyder isn't thinking about this kind of stuff because, like you said, Batista's character was dying, but also like they all survived a nuclear blast. You know what I mean? So it's like we're
no radiation, He's walking out of there's radiation ground zero, buddy. You walk right out of there. So I mean, a lot of it made no sense. That's why I said the absurdity of the entire movie. Like it just made absolutely no sense, and that's where Zach is in his life.
Yeah,
He's like, I'm just jotting things down on the paper. That's it. Where we're at.
Yep. I film it.
He's in that Sharknado time of his career.
Yeah.
And as long as the whole movie is super absurd, it doesn't matter. Like the audience will accept it. The general audience, not everybody.
Yeah. And that's always my thing with Zack Snyder movies is like it starts to get into like really absurd territory, but then there'll be some next shot that's like, Zack Snyder, you taking yourself real seriously right now. Like, which one is it? You can't have both. You can't take yourself this serious and do the absurd, ridiculous stuff because it doesn't read well. You know what I mean? It reads like you're trying to make a point and you're just missing it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be really funny for Zack Snyder to like his next like film budget should be he should start doing like the R.L. Stine like like scary movies. You know what I'm saying? Because then he could be dumb and ridiculous and like no one would even fucking care and we would love it still. You know what I'm saying? Like and it would still be like.
Would we?
I mean,
I think he would mess him up. I honestly think he would somehow mess him up.
Maybe.
Yeah. Be like, hey, don't you dare do that to the werewolf of Fever Swamp. I will be so mad.
Leave that shit alone.
I think I've got the next $200 million collaboration because R.L. Stine is currently writing Garbage Pail Kid books.
No way.
And I would love to see a new Garbage Pail Kid movie with Zack Snyder running it. That'd be amazing.
You know what I mean, though? Like he would like if you gotta think about it, like the category of Zack Snyder and his ridiculousness, like the complete no ends to a bound. You know what I'm saying? Like we're still like, how does this even make sense? You know what I'm saying? And he's like, oh, I don't even care about this shit. Like it would be perfect for him. Like that. I'm telling you, like R.L. Stine, like literally, please hear our call and please hire Zack Snyder to do some shit because he would obviously he would be okay at it. It wouldn't be something he would be bad at. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna love to hate that movie. I'm gonna love to hate. I'm gonna watch it so many times because I've already watched Army of the Dead 2-3 times. You know what I mean? So like, and I love hating it each time I watch it. So I'm some sort of like Zack Snyder masochist or So it's I'm going to enjoy hating every second of it.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Anybody?
It's Zack Snyder. He's so polarizing. I love him and I hate him at the same time. I mean, like Sucker Punch. I love that film. I hate that film. Like it's so
absurd.
That's just, it is. It's absurd. While he's trying to tell, he has a moral underlining story there. He's super weird, man.
Yeah, and like still, you know, I talk all this shit about him, and still, Dawn of the Dead is like my favorite zombie movie. Yeah. You know what I mean? The Mekhi Phifer, you know, Ty Burrell, you know, all those guys that were in it, Ving Rhames, you know, like that Dawn of the Dead was my favorite zombie movie, and that was Zack Snyder, and well, granted, he had a little help from was it Robert Rodriguez or George Romero? No, it was Romero. He had some help from Romero. So maybe we can spread the credit a little bit, but still.
Romero. Yeah. So I mean, I'm in agreement with you, bro.
Yeah, and if memory serves, I believe Netflix is developing an animated series with Zack Snyder that's going to spin off on the characters that we saw in Army of the Dead, and I'm interested to see what Zack Snyder can do with animation. You know, I don't know. We'll see.
I'm interested I can't wait to hate that too. I can't wait. I'm just having a good time with it.
I think he's gonna hate that. So
I think Zach's gonna come out with like a meme or something, and like he's just gonna be like, "I'm rich, bitch!" Like, like, I just made a whole bunch of, made a whole bunch of money and didn't do shit.
Yeah, it's a fun kind of hate, though. You know what I mean? It's not like I hate you, go away, stop making movies. It's like I hate this, and please keep giving me some more. Yeah, it's like
give me more to hate on you about. It's more fun. I mean, there's plenty of people out there to hate on because they're bad people. It's just fun to hate on him because he gives us bad stuff to laugh at.
Yeah.
I'm with that. I like it. Yeah. So we found a new appreciation for Zack Snyder. I wasn't expecting this weekend, but here we are anyway. I like it. It has united us.
I wonder who asked for it. I wonder who was over there like another Zack Snyder movie ASAP. Like
it's just Zack Snyder using different voices like in hallways and stuff to start buzz. He's just like, Zack Snyder movies are great. And then people, wow, the conversation's really kicking up around here.
True indeed. Wow.
Oh man, but yeah. So before, any final thoughts on how much we love to hate Zack Snyder, or anything else before we move on to the next fun? Because I can't wait to hear Yaz's excitement about this next one.
Oh.
All right,
we're done.
All right, we're going to it. Yaz, your boy Dexter is coming back.
Yeah.
They announced it. Dexter is coming back for another season. I'm guessing a lot of people were like, "What the hell happened in that finale?" And they're like, we need more Dexter so we can really close this thing out. And I agree with them, because after that finale, I was like, that's the finale? And we get a redo. I love a redo.
I'm confused though. How long ago was this finale?
But it has to be 10 years by now, right?
It's definitely been a while. Yeah.
Oh my God. At
that
point, don't you just restart? Like, we don't be like, okay.
No, because we were cliffhangered the fuck out of it when we were left off, and they were supposed to give us the new, series sooner, and they didn't. So, no, we're gonna get this shit, and I'm ready.
Wow. I have to really go back and watch Dexter now, because I've literally fed my brain with so many new things since Dexter. I don't even remember what the hell. Like, that's what I'm saying. When you go that long. And then do something that's going along with the series, it's like, whoa! I have to now go back and watch all of the other episodes to catch up to where I'm. Oh my God, I'm for it. I love Dexter, but damn,
I was one of the people who kind of towards the end, I was like, oh, why are they doing this to us? You know what I mean? Like the finale got a little weird, which is why I'm really glad we're getting a redo on it. Like that part is awesome. But yeah, it was so long ago. Like, what is the story possibly going to be? I know there was a trailer that I haven't had a chance to watch it because it dropped literally minutes ago. But I think Annie and Jay, y'all, Janny, that's your new couple name, by the way. Janny, what did you think of it, Janny?
I mean, it looks like Dexter in Alaska. So we're just swapping out, the sand and the sun of Florida for Alaska. And that's about all I know. The trailer didn't give us a whole lot for plot line. We already know that Dexter likes to kill. That's his thing. That's his MO. Looks like he's working in a knife shop, so that's a good place for Dexter.
Yeah, I think it was like a hunting.
Yeah, it was like a hunting
place. Yeah.
That's fitting.
But yeah, it really looked like, hey, they are just picking up a few years later with the same characters. You know, we're just catching up with them. And I like things like that. There are certain series out there. I would love to get back in that world for a couple of seasons.
Yeah.
You don't have to try to come back with an indefinite 8-season series. No, just occasionally drop me a season or two from something from the 90s or something from the early 2000s. I mean, I'm still waiting on another season of Firefly. So,
yeah. No, yeah. If they dropped in, we're like, hey, we're coming out with a new season. I'd be like, all right, here I am.
Yep.
Give it to me. Yeah.
Back in.
Or like, imagine if, like, yeah, you're talking about stuff from the 90s. Imagine if, like, all of a sudden, we learned that there was going to be a new season of Martin, and like we get to hang out with it. And I'd be so down.
That's been in speculation for years, though. That's it's one thing when there's a buzz, like there's a little bit of talk about it, but nobody's been talking about Dexter. I have not heard about Dexter. And now what concerns me more is, do we get a full head of gray Dexter? Like, where are we at now? Dexter's like 50, isn't he?
He looked good.
Oh, man. Okay.
Oh, what's that? Go on. Yeah.
So you have serial killers.
He looked good. Like fine wine. Okay, he aged very well, and this is going to be very suiting for him. Like, no lie, I literally, like, when you told me about it, I real quick on computer, you know, and I was like, while we were talking, I was watching it. Like, I don't play games, okay, but he looks good though. I mean, he's not really gray haired or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? He just looks like he's mildly aged. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you think about it, like some of these Hollywood actors, I mean, they're having babies at 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? And they look amazing. So, like, fine wine, you know, Dexter's living that I'm Asian very well life. So he looks.
Or he has a very good plastic surgeon, one or the other.
No, there's no plastic surgery. He looks good. Like, if you take care of yourself, eat right, you know, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? He
got to moisturize.
Yes, exact lotion is a big thing. You know, got to use that shit.
Yeah, this is true.
No, I mean that's good. I was somebody who when they started getting into when he got into that relationship with the woman who ended up being in Handmaid's Tale. I don't know the actress's name or the character's name because it's been so long. But when he got into that, like, really weird relationship,
she was a serial killer too, right?
Rita.
Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah, was it her name? That sounds about right.
No, Rita wasn't the serial killer.
No, that was another lady.
Yeah, the one who is in Handmaid's Tale now as Mrs. Waterford.
I don't watch Handmaid's Tale. So
okay.
Yeah, I don't either.
Wow. You guys need to get on Handmaid's Tale. Yeah, if you want to have a depressing couple of days, watch the Handmaid's Tale. Just binge it.
Yeah. See, I like my fantasy to be a little more uplifting.
Yeah, life is depressing enough. Depressing enough.
Yeah, all the commercials you see when you watch Handmaid's Tale is for like therapy and stuff like that. So you're gonna, because you absolutely gonna need it after that.
And I had a hard time getting through the book, so when it dropped, I was like, I think I'm cool.
Everything I need to know. That's cool, man.
It was like, no, he got in that relationship with her, and it just got weird after that. And then, like, his sister, like, found out, and it was a weird thing because, like, I always loved the relationship between him and his sister in the first, you know, maybe 2 or 3 seasons. Like, that was one of the shining spots of the show for me, because it was just such an unusual relationship to see, you know, kind of on TV, like that particular relationship. And I was like, all right, that was great. Then they got to that John Lithgow season. Remember that, like, the Harry and the Hendersons guy where he, you know, he's the other serial killer. And I was like, oh, okay, this show has now reached its full evolution. And they kind of went backwards. I'm just wondering if we're going to, you know, are we going to get early, you know, first 3 seasons Dexter, or are we going to get like last couple of seasons Dexter?
I hope so, because I loved Dexter when it first dropped. I'm on the same boat as you, Tyrone. Like, I loved the first few seasons. John Lithgow dropped. I was just enamored with that. But the season finale, I felt so let down by it. I can't even remember specifically why. I think the story just kind of fizzled out. Yeah. And so this is, I'm hoping for redemption here. I hope that they're able to bring back the awesomeness that was Dexter when it first dropped. I would love to see that.
Yeah, they were like mixing in like whodunits and stuff like that early on. Like it was just like this really cool thing where you'd have mystery, you'd have all the drama of his life or whatever, and then it just got to a point where, which it happens with a lot of shows that go on for longer than they should probably, is they just turn into like mini soap operas. You know, we had the same conversation of like, Game of Thrones, The Walking Dead. You know, when they kind of lose their direction, they just have to depend on like all this manufactured drama, and it just starts to kind of lose its luster.
Yep.
And you can.
Comes on.
Go ahead, Ty.
Dexter comes on Showtime, right?
Yeah.
I think that's still going to be the thing. Do people still have Showtime?
I mean, that again, listen, it makes sense now.
I thought everything comes through my PlayStation 5 on apps now. How else do people watch?
We got a Fire Stick. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah, I mean, I got to call somebody and get them on the phone to get this show. Like, I need to add something to my cable package.
Showtime still actually is part of the cable. That's like one of the few that actually is still part. But I think you can get the app as well. But it makes sense now because I just thought about it. I was just thinking. I was like, what series does Showtime have right now that's like really popping? And I don't think they have anything. So
they all watch Black Monday. That's a good one.
That's that Don Cheadle show, right?
Don Cheadle, right?
Yeah.
I have not watched that, so maybe I'll check that out. But it seems as though they like instead of coming up with something new, maybe and spicy, they were like, well, let's just go to what we know works.
Yeah. Like, remember when people would talk about us? Like, let's do that again.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, here we are, and here we are talking about Showtime again. I mean, that happened quick. They just dropped the trailer like 30 minutes ago. We're already talking about it. Like, good job, Showtime.
It's going back up now.
Well played. Checkmate.
Watch, we're gonna start getting fucking notifications on Facebook and shit. Watch.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of really quick weird aside, you know how Vince came through from Colombia yesterday and he was like talking to stuff and he kept speaking Spanish. No lie, like later on my social media, like, you know how you get sponsored posts and stuff, like half of them were in Spanish. I was like, damn, phone, you are like being way too damn nosy. Vince spoke Spanish for like 30 seconds. It was ridiculous. Yeah, just a quick aside. I needed to share that. I wanted y'all to know that they are listening. Zuckerberg is listening to you.
They're listening, people.
Yeah. Well, his algorithms are.
Yeah, exactly. Just so every now and again. I think we should start a thing. Just everybody, everywhere, just every now and again throughout the day, randomly, just go, fuck you, Zuckerberg. Just real quick, just a couple times a day, just fuck you, man, and like just so eventually, like, you know, Facebook just starts to grow into a big middle finger to Zuckerberg.
Or maybe they start sending you ads for lube, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. You know. Like,
so I get to say that and get free lube. I'm in. I am in.
Girl likes to fuck a lot. Like.
when that timeline breaks, I'll be ready. There we got her. We got yes. I like how it's funny. We were like just talking about this serial killer and how much we loved him, and then we started talking about having consensual pleasure with myself in another timeline, and all of a sudden now I'm crossing the line. But it's okay. I see where your values are.
I have boundaries, okay? Like.
No, but I'm so for those of you, those on the panel who watched the trailer, because you know, why don't you kind of give us a little bit of what you think is coming? I'm gonna watch it like right here and pretend I'm not watching it. So I'm gonna, because I'm actually looking at it right here. So I would love to hear Annie and Jay. I think you saw it. Yeah, as you said, you saw the trailer. Ty, you didn't, right?
No, I did not.
All right, cool.
I kind of get the gist of it. It's probably not changed much.
Right.
Yeah. It didn't seem like a big variance from the story. It really looked like a reunion. And I mean, I'm sure they're going to get close to catching him. He's going to outsmart them or kill just the right person so they can't get in, you know, and then they'll find out somebody else was doing the killing or some of the killing because, you know, he goes after bad people. So, I mean, I can't wait to find out who his nemesis is going to be, though. That's the kind of part. And I wonder if it's going to be somebody from the series that's going to be brought back. Like, because when they got into like his brother storyline, that's where I kind of I felt it was getting too convoluted at that point. Brother. So bring something back unexpected that when I find out, like his sister's been a killer the whole time. Or so give me some of that, you know.
Or she becomes the killer.
Yeah, like
now that might be the twist. And then we got 12 more seasons of Dexter, but instead it's his sister.
Because she's definitely in this new season. Yeah, I mean, like she's on. I think she was in the
they
trailer.
did flash her face on there.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, that's the way. That's the most.
She did find out,
way,
like,
I guess.
that he was a killer too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
She knows.
Yeah.
She knows.
Yeah.
She loves her brother. So.
Yeah, she's gonna go.
Coming up to recruit. She needs someone off, and Dexter. Only you can save Deb. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think you should go in the writing room ASAP.
Yeah, I bet there are a bunch of people that are like, they're hearing that idea and they're like, damn it, we should have went with that one.
Yeah, there we go. And if you hire.
That's right. Well, we won't say anything. You go ahead and write that idea down. You sell it to him. We'll just give us a little shout out in the credits. That's
JD in chat said those season 2s are never planned out. So maybe we just helped out with season 2. You never know.
Exactly.
Yeah, this works.
Hey, if the buzz comes back and everybody starts screaming how much they love Dexter, 12 more seasons. Okay.
And then if Annie's idea gets picked up, then we get to watch it on Showtime and Comedy Hub. So
if they follow the trend of today, they're going to franchise this, make all kinds of Dexter spin-offs, and we'll see the show. Yeah. So.
Or even a Dexter doll. They'll bring it all out.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
And speaking of dolls,
man, we got
shoehorned that in.
Segues on segue. That was beautiful. That's the kind of team effort that really, the teamwork really makes the dream work. Because speaking of killer dolls, I mean this is the one that I'm most excited about since the very first. Since I saw this as a kid who was way too young to see this, it has been one of my favorite things to watch. Child's Play, even through like the terrible sequels, were always just like, they were always such a good time. And we have a new Child's Play or Chucky series coming out next year, and I saw that trailer and it looks really good. Like it looks like they're almost doing like a anti-hero kind of thing with Chucky, which I'm really digging. I'm excited to see this. I don't know how much, if y'all have that same kind of love for Chucky and for Child's Play, but man, I'm stoked for this one. I'm ready. I'm jazzed. I'm all jazzed.
I think this series looks awesome. I got to be honest, Chucky terrified me as a kid. Mm-hmm. I don't want my buddy to wake up and go kill people. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, but just a good guy.
This series, it looks so funny. It looks great. It looks like a nice blend of comedy and horror, and I like the aspect of it going after the kids' high school bullies. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, teaching the kids how to take up for themselves, giving them a sense of confidence. With murder. And I mean, it does feel like they're kind of taking some of those aspects that Disney and Marvel are using right now, converting some of their movie characters and whatnot into a TV series. It looks like they're using those elements in the horror genre, which I think is going to make some of those stories way better. Instead of an hour and a half of some dude that's going to kill 10 people and pull off a mask, now I'm going to get something drawn out and developed with the characters. And I think it's going to be more fun than just kill.
Yeah,
I'm excited. Ty, you don't look as convinced as the rest of us, or maybe the top people here.
I'm not. I was a big fan of the original.
Okay.
They just took it way too far. And, after the Bride of Chucky and then these last two, Child's Plays that they did, I'm okay. I'm cool because that if the premise is teaching kids how to defend themselves, that's what they did in the last Child's Play. He literally was trying to get the little boy to kill people.
You're talking about this one right here, right?
Yes.
So you didn't even like this? I thought this remake was really good, actually.
I thought it was okay, but again, Chucky is how tall?
Was 3 feet max, right?
Yeah. 3 feet max. Probably weighs about a good 30 pounds, and nobody can stop him. No,
if he's a doll that weighs 30 pounds, you're just breaking kids in half. I mean, making them lug around 30-pound sack of kids.
Exactly. I'm giving him some poundage. But listen, man, this goes back to what I was saying yesterday about I know what you did last summer. I'm just not scared, bro. Like if I see Chuck, like I'm honestly, and this is me being honest to God. If I ever saw a doll moving in my house, I wouldn't run. I would fuck that doll up. I would be like, that doll would be fucked up. I would grab a bat or a club or a shoe and shit out of that little doll, and then and be laughing when he's trying to fight back. I would grab Chucky by his hair, hold him out like this, watching him kicking and all of that and everything, and just stab him with his own knife. I'd be like, you know, like I just don't. For me, it's no. I'm okay.
Vince, you got here just in time to see Ty reenact a doll murder, and that was awesome. I hope we clip that and just keep that forever because I love it.
Full disclosure, I peeped that, and I know that's the same way he disciplines his kids. So,
no, not at all. CPS, not at all.
Right.
JD said that he actually worked with Chucky, and he said he is heavier than you think. So 30 pounds might be a pretty good estimate.
Maybe, but I gotta say, if back when I was like 8 years old or whatever year back in the 80s, the My Buddy doll came out, if that little bastard weighed 30 pounds, I would be like looking like Hogan right now or somebody. Macho Man arms after lugging around a 30-pound doll as a kid, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Who did anybody have one of the My Buddy dolls? Remember those guys?
I was too poor.
No, I had
I had my monster.
No.
I had that monster one.
too poor.
What was the other one?
Kid sister.
Kid Sister?
And the kid. Was it My Little Buddy?
Yeah, My Buddies. There was My Buddy and there was Kid Sister.
My buddy.
There was my buddy.
There was also my monster. I had my monster.
My buddy. My buddy. My buddy. So I think I did have a My Buddy. I think I did. I did have a My Buddy.
The commercial, but we couldn't afford the dolls.
Right? Yeah.
Hey, commercials was free on Saturday mornings.
Yeah, I would play with an imaginary My Buddy. Like I wouldn't even get to look at something that couldn't talk to me. I would have to look at something that wasn't even there and just imagine it not talking to me. That's about as poor as I was back growing up.
Tyrone's My Buddy was his penis. He was just over there like, hey, my buddy.
I think it still is, actually.
I think, right? He's still playing with his little buddy.
Hey, all I'm saying is if you hear me singing the song at a random time during the day, you know why.
Oh my God.
Well, listen, it's okay. The My Buddy is fine. I just want to know why he still has the kid sister. That's what makes it creepy. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Vince, you can't just show up in here and start dropping weird ass kid sister molestation jokes, man. We weren't ready. You got to work up to that kind of stuff. You can't just jump into it.
Okay,
exactly.
I do not. Just so everybody's clear, I never had a kid sister, never met her or anything like that. I have no connection to kid sister whatsoever.
And furthermore, Vince, what he purchases for his variant is his business. That is not your business, sir.
That's not his variant.
So we have so Ty's not really down for this Chucky series. Are you ready for this new Chucky series, Vince? Are you happy about it? No.
Thank you.
Listen, I don't have to have heard what Ty says to know that I agree with him on this. And know that the fact that there is a scary doll is just completely stupid. I prefer the Children of the Corn series. They should have made something like that. That's a little more freaky. A bunch of blonde hair.
Bring back Malachi.
Whose moms are all calling the police on us nowadays. You know what I mean? So I'm not for I never got Chucky. Honestly, I used to watch Chucky low-key for the humor, less for the death and all that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Some of the death scenes, I do remember being traumatized by one time he had a voodoo doll, and I remember I think it was old boy that played in Terminator that was in that Chucky, and I remember I creeped into a movie theater as a young kid, and I walked in at that scene, and it still to this day like messes me up. So it was creepy with that, but I still never understood why they didn't just kick. I mean, I know they kept kicking him in the fire and doing a bunch of other stuff. But the weird thing, is, like, I just never got it. Like, why don't they just pick him up? And then he got married, yo. This dude didn't even get a prenup. Like, yo, I don't understand, like, how Chucky is an underage freaking, like, he's a minor and he's a doll. And he gets more marital. Let me stop on that, because
and we got doll sex. And we got doll sex, Vinny. I was just talking about zombie sex, and people are looking at me crazy, but we watched 2 dolls fuck. Like, what the fuck? Like, seriously.
So wait, so you don't like that aspect of it?
My head.
Oh, you turned your head.
Yeah, I could. My virgin eyes could not watch 2 dolls fornicate. I'm sorry, and this one couldn't take it. So yeah,
since you weren't here, can I ask you? Could you watch 2 zombies fornicate? Because Ty was all for it.
It's never been seen before.
What they look like?
How dead are they? How dead are they? Like, did they just die? How dead are they?
We talking thriller zombies like, or Walking Dead? Like,
right. We're talking like freshly bitten zombies, and I don't see nothing wrong with a little bite and grind.
That's nasty.
Oh man.
But who's asking for Chucky? Like, who's asking for that? Like, I don't get it. Like, who's asking for Chucky? Did y'all ask for it? I didn't ask for it.
I feel like it's one of those things that like people never ask for, but like they don't oppose it either. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those things like, oh, Chucky movie? All right, fuck it, I'll watch it.
True.
You know what I mean?
I'm seeing a lot of I'm seeing a consistency of laziness in Hollywood. A lot of these writers aren't creative. So they're going back to stuff that's already like either worked or could have worked, and they're like, maybe if we tweak this a little bit, then we could be successful with it. But I'm seeing a very, very strong laziness complex with these creative lack of creativity with these writers, and that's what I'm seeing. A lot of people bringing out old shit, like some old shit you should bring back, but Chucky ain't one of them.
No, I understand. I understand most of your point, and I do think that there's like just a lack of originality. I think that is definitely apparent. We're getting a lot of sequels, we're getting a lot of reboots, that kind of thing. That's been a thing now for a couple years, for a few years.
Exactly.
So it does make the original stuff like stand out. Like the last real original game changer that I could think of that came out that was like, I was like, oh, this original idea, it blew my mind, was District 9. I think that was like the last time where I know it was a while ago, but last time I was like blown away by something that I hadn't seen before, or wasn't like a Marvel movie or something like that, that it was just something out of nowhere that was an original idea. What's up, Vince?
Now that I've had 30 seconds to process this, I'm not really that mad at it anymore. I just thought about the notion of being introduced to Chucky and like getting more of an origin story about it. And, if they do like, kind of a Deadpool version of what's going on?
Did you say an origin story? Did you say an origin story?
Well, hear me out. I mean, in terms, all right, now you know how Deadpool breaks the fourth wall. Like, if they're able to like completely obliterate all of those little things that we have problems with, like Ty was saying, like, well, it's just a doll. Like, if they can explain why it's so easy to maintain this doll's life over so many movies, and can kind of give us more of depth when it comes to it, I think I wouldn't be as mad at it. And I think it can be pretty creepy too, because if you think about it, what's that movie that came out last year about the doll? What was it called? About the girl doll?
Annabelle.
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 Yeah, Annabelle. That was creepy. That was a creepy movie, yo. You know what I mean? And like, if you do it right, it can work. Now, Chucky had humor in it, which made it palatable. Mm-hmm. So I'm actually starting to think I might even check it out, man. I know I came on real strong anti, but I'm starting to feel a little more like, you know what? I might give it a couple episodes, man, just to see how they freak it,
But check out the trailer. The trailer, it'll give you a little bit of a sense of the feeling of it and just kind of like the vibe going in.
Vince, can I ask you, did you hijack someone's vote for this?
What were you saying, Ty?
Oddly enough, yeah, I did. I'm live on the set of Pirates of the Caribbean 18, and we're out here trying to see if we can find Captain Jack Sparrow. I heard that he was going through a fierce divorce right now.
With Aquaman's girlfriend.
But nah, we're having. My bad. I'm sorry about the noise, but yeah, I'm out here, and I wanted to check in with y'all, man, and since we're closing out the weekend, and I wanted to make sure I expressed in face my gratitude to Annie and Jay. But yeah, man, this is this is our current situation. So, well, I mean, yes, forgive me. I'm down here driving a boat with a suspended license, so forgive me, guys. Just hope I get away with it.
Hey, it's outside the U.S. It don't count, right?
Right.
I think Ty had a final thought for Vince before you bounce. I know you're trying to abandon ship, but before you do, what's up, Ty?
Yo, so Vince, Annabelle is a demonically possessed doll who has powers outside of her body.
Right.
The difference with Chucky is Chucky is inhabited by a soul of a serial killer. He doesn't have any powers outside of that. As far as an origin story, we got an origin story in the very first Child's Play. As far as the serial killer who decided to do the chant and everything to get inside of the. So I don't know that an origin story, unless you're trying to, do it for Kiki, because she never saw, like I'm saying the kids, like unless you're trying to, which Child's Play is not for kids. it's so
despite
wasn't my house.
Right?
I feel like
here's the thing though, Ty. Hold on, once again. Here's the thing. There's still demonic power. There's still powers afoot, right? Like the fact that he was possessed and put into the doll means that there's supernatural possibilities that can be expounded on, right? So they can go further with it. They can make it so that there's even more like involved with it, and hopefully they do. That's all I'm saying. And I'm gonna keep it 100. I never actually watched a Child's Play movie from start to finish, so my knowledge of the whole entire story is limited. Like I said, I would walk in and see a couple scenes here and there, and I always thought it was just weird that Chucky was never able to be killed when he basically was, my buddy with the serial killer inside of him. So I mean, I'm just.
He did try to go into the little boy. He did try to transfer his soul into a little boy, though.
Yeah, that was the whole reason for him doing that.
As Child's Play went on, he then tried to. He was like, okay, I can put my soul into somebody else. So, I mean, if he puts his soul into Vince Taylor, I'm there. I'm there. If Chucky comes into a room and it's you, and he's just like, weapon, I would be like, I'm here for this shit, bro. I'm here for this.
Okay. All right. Well, I will say I could take it, but if they can make it a little more power oriented, right? Like the fact that he can put himself into any, well, not any, but if they do it right, the key is having the soul go into or having a soul that has more capabilities, right? And that's what I like to see. And also, I wouldn't mind if they, in this new age of Jeff Bezos and Chucky should go to space. One of these spinoffs. I would love to see Chucky on the moon. Child's Play goes to
my God,
something that sort. I think you're definitely give Chucky a lightsaber, and we'll definitely have
they not sent him to space yet? Is there not a Chucky in space?
There's not a Chucky. There's a Leprechaun in space, but there's not a Chucky in space. And for all those who
there's also a Friday the 13th in space.
Yes, there is.
And Jay, it was trash.
We gotta write this, but that's the point. Every time a series jumps the shark, they go to space. Yeah. There was even a Gilligan's Island in space.
What?
Yes,
is
it's an
news to me.
animated
Holy shit.
series from the early 80s, maybe late 70s, but it was Gilligan's Island. Gilligan's Planet is what they called that shit.
Yep.
Shit was
Remember
so
when the
dumb.
Harlem
It was
Globetrotters
hilarious.
were on Mars. That was hilarious. That was like my favorite.
Hey, bring Chucky to the MCU then. Bring him into the multiverse of madness. Fuck.
Yeah, he can come through. Like, he can come through the next portal scene, and he can like fight alongside Howard the Duck.
Fight Rocket. That way he can fight, you know?
Yeah, we need a bite-sized
Chucky's one of the
Avengers
Young
team up.
Avengers.
We need Howard the Duck, Rocket, Chucky.
We're
who
gonna
else
find
do we
out
got?
that Chucky is a Kang variant.
Yo, let's while we're at it, let's put Chucky in the next Lego movie too. Yo. Everything's
Hey.
awesome.
Oh my god.
Oh my,
Oh my
Serial
god.
killers.
yeah, ruin an entire generation. Just ruin them.
Can
Destroy
we just
them.
get Zack Snyder to direct the episode?
Oh, there it is. Yeah, we have just made the worst thing for humanity possible. We're just gonna start over.
Hey, I wanted to bring this up before we leave today because I don't know if anybody else caught this, but I saw an article before we came on here, and it's saying that the MCU is planning on bringing those Netflix series actors from Daredevil, from
Luke Cage,
Yeah,
Jessica Jones.
I didn't hear Luke Cage, but I did hear
Okay.
Jessica Jones.
All right.
Did hear that Vincent D'Onofrio, is supposed to make a guest appearance in
Hawkeye, right?
Hawkeye.
and
Yeah.
that Daredevil is could, and don't quote me on this,
Right.
but could make an appearance in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am
I heard that too.
100% on
And that
board.
makes sense.
100%
And
on
it's-
board.
That
And
makes
as long
perfect
as they
sense.
bring back Luke Cage
Because-
and they can bring us a new Iron Fist if they need to, but
Yeah,
other than that, I'm
replace
good. Yeah.
Yep. You can replace him, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Please
yeah.
replace him, please.
I'm
I
still
think-
trying to repress that Iron Fist memory.
No,
Yeah, I
but
think
having
they might
King,
drop that. They just
Yeah.
need to drop that whole just drop that. Just leave
having
that
having
alone.
Kingpin in the
Okay.
MCU would just be amazing. Kingpin was probably up in my top 3 Marvel villains so
For
far.
sure.
Like he was so
100%.
He
so
was the
good.
best actor of all
Yes.
of the Netflix
Yes.
series. Vincent
Yes.
D'Onofrio.
Yes.
That
Oh,
was that
absolutely.
character
Yeah.
made those series.
Mhm.
You know,
I don't know.
I really want to
would-
see him in the movie.
I'd say in a close second would be Cottonmouth, who we know is going to be Blade, which is
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yes.
Yep.
That's one of the few times that I will stamp and approve the recycling of Marvel actors in the
Yeah.
in the MCU. So I'm cool with that, especially since if you did watch the series, you know that he didn't. Well, I ain't gonna spoil it. You know, it's years old, and actually, it's been,
Yeah, it's all right. We're good. Yeah.
Now, but the other one I would say is Punisher. Like Punisher could definitely
He's coming back.
go to the big screen as well with MCU.
Mhm.
Ooh,
Yeah, he's coming back as well.
okay.
He's coming back
All
as well.
right.
And,
I'm happy.
and I can say that they said that for sure. Daredevil will be in the She-Hulk series because
That makes
one
sense.
who plays
She's a
Alter ego.
lawyer.
She-Hulk, her alter ego is a lawyer. She's
Yeah.
a lawyer, and so he's a lawyer. So he may appear as
Right,
as
right.
a lawyer or as Daredevil or a combination of both.
Okay.
Honestly, if I may say so, guys, the Daredevil fight scenes are second to none. I understand that they ripped some of that choreography from some old Asian films. The one shot takes in the first season where he was in a hallway.
Mhm.
Oh my God! Like I can watch that on an instant loop for hours on end. Just him fighting in that hallway, and I always loved how he actually was volatile, and he would get tired, and he would be struggling to make it through it, and it was so realistic. You know what I'm saying? And I really think that is what gives that series staying power.
Yeah, and to get to their credit, I would say that they didn't even because the movie you're talking about is Old Boy, and I wouldn't even say that they necessarily ripped it from it or bit it, but it was more of an homage. Like they definitely were like, we want to do it like this, and we're gonna do this and pay respect to this movie with this kind of shot. And yeah, I remember watching that because I think that was episode 2 of Daredevil, and I remember watching the series, and in that moment being like, well, this is the best thing I've ever seen. Like I was sold. I was so
and
sold.
they did it again.
Yes, the prison.
Season 2.
Mhm.
They did it again.
Well, but that was the thing with the Netflix series. That was kind of their calling card. Is almost every season through all of those series had their own little hallway-esque scene that would even the team up movie, the Defenders, they even did one with all four of them, which was crazy. It was the best thing of that whole series was just that one fight.
Absolutely.
That was their thing. I kind of hope they bring that back when they bring the characters back over to the MCU, is still give them a crazy fight scene that kind of ties back to their Netflix roots.
Yeah, I agree. And also to Vince's earlier point, the Daredevil fight scenes, whoever choreographed that and whoever's the stunt people working on that need to be used over and over and over and over again in the MCU, because it was like, I would be concerned for these people watching them fight. It's like, it was like, it was too real. It was too, I was like, Jesus, these people are going to hurt themselves. They're going to hurt each other. I loved it. We need to see much, much more of that. Hopefully, I'm hoping that that Shang-Chi really, really nails the fighting. Like really nails it. Like being the first real like martial arts property that Marvel's doing. Like I want to see it done really, like just do it right. You know what I mean? And I don't think they would have even attempted it if they weren't going to give it the justice and the respect it deserves.
Listen, if you guys haven't seen Kim's Convenience on Netflix, please do yourself a favor and watch that shit.
What is
that? Is Kim's Convenience. It's hilarious. It's got about like 5 seasons.
I've seen Kim's
and it's about this Korean family basically, and like gives you the backstory. But the main character of the Shang-Chi movie, he is the son in that reality show, and it's fucking hilarious. Like you Bad Tie, you're gonna love that shit. Please do yourself a favor and watch Kim's Convenience on Netflix before like the Shang-Chi movie comes out, because it will literally make you fall even more in love with the Shang-Chi character, like just his depth. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been watching a lot of his development over the years with that show, and like I'm so excited and upset that we lost another season to that show for the Shang-Chi movie because he got cast for Marvel. So you definitely know that his ass, you know what I'm saying? Like he's a good actor, you know what I'm saying? So, and like this is going to show more depth into his acting because Marvel picked him up from that show. So, and it's a Korean family that lives in Canada. That's what it's based out of. And like they're fucking hilarious. Like I watch them all the time. I've seen the episodes multiple times. Like they're hilarious.
Who's the director?
I'm not sure.
Shang-Chi.
Oh, I don't know. I have to we have to look that up. We'll see if we can get it first. Google race. Here we go.
Oh, it's a new guy.
Justin Daniel Cretton.
All right. Well, hey, I'm gonna say this.
I have a dumb question. Oh, go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead, bro.
Is Wong have anything to do with Shang-Chi?
Yes,
in the movie?
in one of the trailers they show him fighting
Abomination.
Yeah.
Abomination.
Yeah. That
so he will have a cameo at least.
Here's something you don't know about me, Annie and Jay. I don't watch Marvel trailers because I feel like the moment you watch it, it gives away. At least if I know I'm going to watch it, if it's like since Shang-Chi, I wanted to be introduced to the concept of it. I'll watch it for a little bit. I'm going to see. I'm going to see no more because I feel like it's one of those things where they give away so much of the movie in the trailer. I don't want to be seeing the movie in the trailer and then take away that, the appeal. So I typically reserve.
Oh, for sure. I do think they're starting to.
I haven't watched any of the Shang-Chi.
I think they're starting to give Mr. Rex in their trailers too, though. Because there's a scene from the Loki trailers that you don't get in the show at all.
Yeah.
That and it's just like a flash of him being a king sitting on an Asgardian throne that's designed in his kind of aesthetic. Mm-hmm. And you never get that in the series. Because I thought we were going to get a King Loki even at the end of time or something, but we just never got that at all. Not in a video, not in a variation. So maybe we get that in season 2. Who knows?
I want to go on record and say this because I'm kind of following this Destin Cretton. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. But he said that the action scenes were inspired by Jackie Chan movies and Ang Lee's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I don't know if as much as I liked Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, it had a lot of like strings and
firework.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if we're gonna really, because that really concerns me when it comes to the MCU and who directs these films. If I don't see Kevin Feige, if I don't see some James Gunn, if I don't see You know what I'm saying? Like one of these names, like, you know, I know what you're about to say, Vinny, but I don't know about this one, man.
Well, Kevin Feige produces all of them. He's a producer on all of them. So like they're not gonna let any BS slide. Sorry, Vince. What's up?
Nah. Yeah, he's the Martin Luther King variant of the Marvel universe. But I would just say that, Ty, keep in mind, like, if they said the choreography, that's different from the stunts, right? So let's not confuse the two. You know what I'm saying? Because I know in
no, he didn't specify.
In Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, which
he didn't specify. He said action scenes were inspired by Jackie Chan movies and Ang Lee, Crouching Tiger, and Hidden Dragon. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I don't like. We've seen a lot of martial arts in the last say 2-3 months. We saw Mortal Kombat that came out. You know, a couple of things on Netflix and everything like that. I haven't been too impressed with my martial arts guys lately, man. Like, and I'm an avid martial arts viewer. So the stuff I haven't seen anything that's Snake Eyes just dropped, and I've seen the reviews for that, and it did not get to people are not liking it. They are not liking it. So
quick side note, there's actually, if I'm not mistaken, a Crouching Tiger spinoff that is currently, I think, either on Netflix or HBO Max. There's a difference in it. I think it has what's the name that plays JoJo in the movie in the series. I haven't had to check it out. So
yeah,
I might have
I
to
saw that. I saw it.
I saw it.
I think it's something with daggers or something like that. Are you talking about that one? That's like the
I think so, but
yeah, there was like a sequel that was made.
I don't want to act like I know about it.
Raid movie.
See, I think though with Shang-Chi, I think they'll still be in such of a Marvel, even though it's going to be the Kung Fu movie of the MCU, it's still going to have that certain Marvel fight aesthetic. Yeah. And I don't think we're going to get that slow motion wire work that you would see in Hidden Tiger. That was a specific art style almost, you know, that wasn't just that was its own specific thing. I don't think we'll see that in the MCU. But I think we will see more of the hand-to-hand, where it's more hand work almost than anything else. A lot of sparring back and forth where it can twist and turn. But I think overall I'm trying to find like a fight coordinator name or something along those lines, so maybe I can look at that person's work. But since the MCU uses a lot of repeat people, even though, like, you know, they've used 20 different directors. But the people behind the scenes working on the art, working on the choreography and stunt people seem to bounce movie to movie. So I'm hoping that, you know, they're not going to get too far away from what already makes the MCU fight scenes awesome. So
that makes sense, Jay. But with martial arts films, it's way different because you're like, one of the things that's very important in a martial arts scene is that close up. You have to have those close up fight scenes. If you don't get a close-up fight scene in a martial arts movie, then you are not watching the right martial arts movie. Because we watch Mortal Kombat. We watch Mortal Kombat, and they filmed that with the worst filter I've ever seen. And then you're like moving the camera like this, so we can't even really get into the fight scenes of Mortal Kombat like they should have. So it didn't hit us.
But they weren't gonna do anything like Into the Badlands. They didn't have a dedication to the fights like Into the Badlands did. Into the Badlands brought in everybody on that set and stuck them in a warehouse for 6 months and said, "You're gonna learn your fight style and you're gonna look good doing it."
Yeah.
But Marvel, on the other hand, they have the dedication to do that, where, you know, the other didn't. So I hope so. I hope so. They've got 20 movies in my pocket that I trust them on. So until they do me wrong, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. You know.
Okay.
Well, I feel like that's a great place to start wrapping, because this whole time, like, we've been just wanting so much from Marvel, and we've gotten nothing from them this weekend. But we ended the weekend just loving Marvel, and we love you, Daddy Marvel. Please give us trailers.
Daddy Marvel.
Please give us Spider-Man trailers when you get a chance. We would love to see them. Thank you very much. Now, this whole weekend has been really fun. Again, Comedy Hub, Jay and Annie, y'all been amazing. for just again for sharing your channel with us, but also just for coming on and hanging out and having a good time and laughing and just sharing knowledge with us. It's really cool. It's always fun to to run into like-minded folks. We can all just enjoy each other's company and have a good time. So thank you for that. Thank you for being here and joining us. I don't know if anybody else wants to express their gratitude to Jay and Annie. I guess now you have to, or it's going to be weird.
I'll be offended if you don't.
I'll make it easy. Thank you guys for having us, and thank you guys for helping facilitate Comedy Hub, trying to break into some other content with awesome people to collaborate with. Because, over at Comedy Hub, we mainly do comedy shows, but we really want to expand that. But we want to work with awesome people in the process that are still in the comedy realm. And you guys checked all those boxes. And the most important part, you said yes.
Hey, man.
We do be saying yes.
Yes, we do.
I know this wasn't on the official panel for Comic-Con and everything, but I did see right before we went live that they did announce today that there's officially a season 3 of Mandalorian. Just in case you guys didn't see that.
Oh, we knew that.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, they're now filming. They're now filming for it. So that's what I saw this.
No, if they didn't want us to burn everything down.
I was hoping there was going to be a trailer today, just because Comic-Con, like the whole thing, but it should be soon. So look out.
And because Marvel does like to, after everybody's announced their stuff, Marvel does like to just put something out on the table right at the end to go, nope, we're still better. Yeah. So we'll get Spider-Man tomorrow.
Yep.
I hope so. I hope you're right, man. Thank you for the hope.
Vince definitely hoped that.
Yes. Yeah. Just for. Wait, what was just happening? Vince
is shooting webs, his fake web at the frame.
Awesome. I was like, do I need to be dodging? Because I was seeing Vince's hand going. I was like, let me not get trapped by Vince's webs, because Vince is that big of a Spider-Man fan where if anybody's shooting webs, it's going to be Vince. 100%.
He's trying to pull himself back to shore. They're kind of going pretty fast. So he's.
Thank you again so much, Jay. And also, and thank you for you gave us another home for New Blerd Order yesterday, and that was also great. For anybody who's watching, go follow Comedy Hub on Twitch ASAP if you're not already doing that. Subscribe and all that good stuff. Please come through and like and share and view all the New Blerd Order stuff that's online. Bad Ty and I have a show called Multiverse that we do on Wednesday evenings at 6:30, where we get into all kinds of fun stuff. So you can see us,
fun stuff, guys.
Fun stuff. You can see this energy again on Wednesdays at 6:30. New Blerd Order on Saturdays at 9 a.m. And you can catch us on Comedy Hub. Now, Jay was like, "Hey, stream it on Comedy Hub," and we're like, "We will do that." So,
and if you happen to be in Florida, August 12th through the 15th, we will be at MegaCon.
You will.
You guys can come out and support.
Yep, come stop by the
got a feeling maybe we're gonna have to have like a live stream chime in from some phones on the floor, showing us what a con's like these days. For
sure. We'll try and do that.
So it's like any other. They're like, whatever.
We'll try and do as many live streams as we can. We'll be officially dropping our new Blerd Order merchandise at MegaCon. So we're super excited. You guys look out for that, and we'll be having a link you guys can purchase very soon. So
awesome.
And I want to say this real quick, if it hasn't been said, Annie and Jay, you guys are formally invited to come to New Blerd Order anytime.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Come on the show and talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Jay, if the variant sex is great, come on and tell us about it, man. We want to hear about it. Man. These type of things we need to share with the world. Everybody should enjoy themselves.
Should not.
Well, I think that's a great place to wrap it up. We're gonna go ahead, Vince. What's up?
I was gonna say I concur, and definitely bring your variants. It's gonna be a nice variant order. I can't say it around my daughter. But guys, I'm glad to have y'all enjoy the rest of the broadcast. Thanks so much for I cannot thank Annie and Jay enough. We definitely have to send y'all a thank you card or something like that. Because you do not understand how much we appreciate being able to be our authentic selves and not have to worry about folks looking at us all weird, and telling us we ain't black because we talk about these type of things. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a real thing. So I just want to let y'all know that from the bottom of my heart. it means the most. Now I'm gonna go ahead and
Yep.
sign off and let y'all continue, man. And thanks once again, guys. I sincerely
Thanks,
appreciate
Vince. Enjoy your
Vince.
vacation, dude.
Yeah, take
Be
it
safe out there,
easy.
man.
It's been
Sir,
fun.
yes, sir. JD Smith, I got you. I will watch Raid 1 and 2 because I have not watched it. Thank you for that. I will check that out.
Absolutely. And yeah, so here, and I'm gonna watch it too because I haven't watched it and I'm all excited. So we'll have to talk about that. Yeah, as you watch it too, we'll have to talk about our new Blerd order. We're gonna
where would I find it?
the Raid
Raid 1 and 2. You don't
I
have
don't
a
even know.
fire stick?
All right, on behalf of the new Blerd order, thank you so much for joining us, everybody, on Twitch, on Facebook, on YouTube. Again, thank you, Comedy Hub. We will be talking soon. We'll see you all on next Saturday morning at the latest because we're all family now.
Oh, and guys, everybody on Comedy Hub, see you guys tonight at 7 Pacific for KO Comedy. Y'all have a great night.
Oh,
Or afternoon.
Yeah, check out some KO Comedy. Anybody who's on Facebook, YouTube, or anything, go follow Comedy Hub on Twitch. Check out their comedy shows. They're awesome. I've done them. They're a lot of fun. Never disappointing. So please check those out. I think that's everything. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Bye,
this has
guys.
been so much fun.
Bye.
Thank you. See you later.
Bye.